So let me pick up on, this is number, I'm going to do another one for you. I just did number 6. I'm going to do number 7 on page, in chapter 5 on page 326. Another one of these tables that you can see how I did this so you can get the hang of this at the same time. So picking up where we left off, again, I didn't assign you number 6 or number 7. The problem I'm assigning you is number 8 and number 11. Okay, so this is what I'm assigning you in here with it as well. So make sure you do what I'm asking you to do. Don't turn in number 6 or 7. That's not going to do me any good with it as well. So let me minimize this thing, and I'm going to come back to this thing. This is where I'm going to stop the debugger. Turns that off with it. Turn off a couple of the stuff that I have right now with it. Just clean up the background here a little bit with it. I'm going to pause for a moment, so I'll give you a second. I'm going to put on come in and look at this right now. I'm going to clean this up and do number 7. Okay, so I'm going to pause for the time being with it. This is number 7 on page 326. I'm sorry. And I want to show you this is what they provided for you, is this part right here. Okay, they provide you this middle part right here, and you would actually put this inside your main function with this thing. So I'm going to give you you can pause my my video right now. Again, I'm not assigning number 7. I just did number 7. This will build up what you need to do for number 8 and number 11 with it. So you would actually do this, and you would actually just give a second, pause, or whatever you need. I'm going to stop here for a moment. Alright, once you have this, like anything, just hit Control F5. Make sure you don't have any syntax errors or any buggy or anything like that coming across with this thing. And what they want you to do in this one is to actually come in and put in the numbers 3, 4, 6, space, 7, space, 2, space, -1. Okay, just make sure here. This is, I'm reading number 7 on page 326, inputting numbers 3, 4, 6, 7, 2, -1. I hit enter, and the sum is 39, and we need to figure out how, in a hand trace table, how did this come up to be 39. So remember that number, okay? Remember this, okay? So this is not what I want you to do, is screenshot this. No. All right. So we want to look at is how we can actually debug this thing and with it. So let's put in some stops in this thing. So I want to put in a breakpoint here, a breakpoint here, and a breakpoint here, and a breakpoint here. How's that? So 4 breakpoints in this right now with it. I'm going to adjust my screen so we can see a little bit better across here. Close out some of this stuff. This is what we had a few minutes ago. Let me clear this part out. Okay, just make sure you have the right variables here. We got num, sum, and cout. Cool? Yeah, I think that sounds all right. We don't need cout actually with it, but let me just take out the cout right now with it. Okay, so that's what we have right now. So just position ourselves strategically. We could see with what's going on in this thing. Let me move this over here a little bit, so we have a little bit of space here. And I want to click on, once I have, make sure I have my breakpoints in this thing right now. I want to actually come in. I'll click on my window. Let me make sure I want to give this a bigger. Yeah, I think that's the largest size I can actually put in here. So let me input that content, that string that they want. This is number 7, 3 space 4 space 6 space 7 space 2 space -1. 3 4 6 7 2 -1, and then I hit enter. Okay. Now, comparing what we're looking at, look at this. So once we read in 3 and 4, cin for num, sum is 3. Your sum is stored here is 3. So you notice here I'm going to put a 3. Look at your auto window down here. All right, look at your auto window. You have sum is 3. Go to line 14. Sum is not equal to num. So I need to put 3 here as well. I'm sorry, this was left over from strike. Just bear with me, you know what I mean. It's not strike through yet, but it's probably strike through from the last property with it as well. And then you put num here is what? Num is 3. Is 3 not equal to -1? True. Okay? And then you read in what? You read in the next number. What's the next number? 4. Num is 4. So Cn num now is becoming 4. Sorry. Okay? And then you're going to actually come down here. I'm going to click on the step over. And you can see num was 3. Look at the autos. And then I click on the next one. It's going to change to num now is 4. You see that? Because it went into this and it tests this expression. It is true. The next step is it's going to do line 19. Look at the green arrow. This is the line. And we're going to actually take 2 priority-wise, remember. So order of precedence, multiplication takes higher precedence than addition. So 2 times num is what? 2 times num is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Update sum to 11. Now, I'm going to step through this. And you're going to see sum here is 11. Alright? Sorry, I should one more. 11. So, here's my 11 right here. Right? So, now, I'm going to come and I'm still in my loop right now. I'm going to actually do another one. Come up, plug in my num here. My num is what? 4. 4 not equal to negative 1. True or false? True. So I would actually come in, read my next num. What's my next num in this thing? My next num in my input is 6 right here, the number 6, right? So I would actually come down, put in 6. Okay? And I'm gonna step over. So Cn, you're gonna see here it was, num was 4. I click on another one. It's gonna change it to 6. And my sum, bear with me, this is not strike through, right? Because this is, it was left. It's supposed to be 11, not strike through. So my 11 is what my sum is, correct? I actually come in again. I'm going to step through my next one with it. Come down, plug in my next one is going to be plug in my num. What's my num? 6 not equal to negative 1. 6 is not equal to negative 1. True or false? True. Reading my next num is what? 7. So my next num comes over here to be what? 7. And I actually come in, I'm going to do the next step over. It's going to read in my next num. Now it was 6, now it's going to change to 7 when I pass that semicolon with it. So here's my num down here, 7. I'm going to actually come in. It's going to actually look what is I didn't do the last time with it was what? I didn't do the 2 times num the last time with it. So 2 times num the last time was what? This needs to be 23. I forgot to put the 23 over here, right? I kind of skip a step here. So this is supposed to be 23, right? From the last time with us. And then it comes up to here, reading my next num is 7. And then the 7 comes down and it is this is the one, it is the Cn is the 7, the num with it as well. So, and then I come down here, I put in my 2 times num is what? 2 times 7 is what? 2 times 7 is 14, right? 14 plus, let me do this math here. Okay. I even confused myself. Let me do this again. Let me do this on the pencil and paper side, and we're going to do this on the left side here for a moment. So let's start from the beginning. 3 is reading as sum, right? Sum is 3. This is your 3 right here. Sum is equal to num. Now num is 3. You agree? This is your 3 here. 3 not equal to negative 1 is true. Read in your next num, which is 4, which is this 4 right here. And then you're going to come down, you're going to do 2 times num. 2 times 4 is 8, plus your sum is becoming 11, right? And then you come in back to this loop, you test your num, which is 4. 4 not equal to negative 1 is true. You read in your next num, which is 6 here, and then you come down and you put in your 2 times num is 2 times 4 is 8, plus your sum at this time right here is 3. That becomes 11, right? So that becomes your new sum is 11. You read in your next, you plug in your next, you test 4 in this, and this is where you test it in with it, and then you 4, and you read in your next one is 6. 6 is your new num. So 2 times 6 is what? 12. 12 plus 11 is 23. Okay, so you come back up, you plug in your 6 here. 6 is not equal to -1. True. Reading your next num is 7. And then you come down and you plug in 2 times 7 is what? 14. 14 plus your 23. 14 plus 23 is what? 37. Okay. And then you come back up here, you plug in your 7, right? 7 not equal to -1, true. You read your next one is 2, so your num now becomes 2, right? And then you come down here, 2 times 2 is what? 4, plus your 4 plus your 37, that becomes 41, right? And then you come up here, you plug in your 2 here. 2 not equal to -1 is what? True. You read your next num, which is what? Your -1 in this. And then you come in here. Remember now, you still read your -1. You haven't done anything with this thing. 2 times -1 is what? -2. -2 added to 41 is what? Becomes 39. So this is your 39. Again, all of these are strike through. And so I make sure we are clear with this thing. And this one is strike through as well. So the last memory of sum would be 39 with this. Now, I want to do this at the same time as you saw what I just did in the pencil and paper side. Now, I'm going to come over here, I'm going to actually do the step through where it was 37. I step through it, goes back up and plugs in num is not equal to -1, true. Read in the next num should be a 2, right? Look, 2, here's our 2. And 37 was our last memory for the sum with it. So I'm going to click on that, it goes to 41. This is our 41 after it executes it with it. Come back up, plug in our next, our 2 in here, right? This is still 2. Our num is still 2. Come down, 2, read your next num. This is, after this is going to be a -1. -1. You come down, you still go in. This is the last number. It's going to change to a 39 right now. 39. Now, -1 not equal to -1. True or false? -1 not equal to -1. It's false. So it skips this entire set of code and it goes, exits the entire loop, comes down to it exits with this whole thing. So that's what I want to point out is what's going on in the memory with this thing. And this is what you need to record, is this 3 screens is what I have with it. So, okay.